And with that, the Phillies have won their 23rd series of the season. Welcome back to the Phightins Final here, everybody. On the edge of Philly sports with your boy Matty B. Uh, what can I say, man? 12-2, 12-2 in a dominating pitching and offensive effort by the Phillies as they just beat up on the St. Louis Cardinals mercilessly. The Cardinals stink. Wow, that's a bad baseball team over there. But again, I said this last night. We've been saying it all season. You got to win these games, and these are the games you got to win. The low-hanging fruit games. And tonight, the Phillies continue the train rolling to another series victory. They'll go for the sweep tomorrow, but 12-2 winners tonight. Again, their 23rd series win of the season, improving the record now to 71-58 as the playoff charge continues. And 3 more home runs tonight. That brings what's the total now to 48 on the month. That is a new franchise record as the most home runs in any month in Phillies history since the Phillies were a team in 1883. So congratulations. The power has returned. And all is well. All is well in South Philadelphia tonight as it doesn't really get any more dominating than it got tonight. Zach Wheeler was looking all a bit the ace that he really truly is for the staff. I know Aaron Nola gets the creds and gets those opening day starts, but Zach Wheeler has always, in my mind, been that ace, and tonight he definitely pitched like that ace in 7 very strong innings, striking out 10 along the way for the victory. And Ellis chimes in with a great win tonight. It most certainly was. Of course, for those of you who were watching the game, it was on the Fox network. John Smoltz at one point the Fox network started kind of paying more attention to the Philly Fanatic than they did at the baseball game. So that's always a bad sign if you're the other team when the commentators switch to what's happening in the stands more than what's happening on the field, and that's what exactly happened with the Fox broadcast tonight. John Smoltz donning a Fanatic plastic hat, which if anybody out there can find me one of those as well, I would love to have that. So you can send it to the EOP studios in CKN PA, care of Matty B, and that would be outstanding. So, but yeah. That was what was going on down there in South Philly. Playoff 5, 40 some odd plus thousand people in attendance tonight as they saw another beatdown by the Phillies over the Cardinals. Let's head over to the box score, shall we, and check it out and see exactly how much of a beatdown it really was for the Cardinals. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Phillies 12 runs, 12 hits, no errors. How the scoring went down, it was often for the Phillies, but the Phillies actually found themselves down early in this game in the 3rd inning. Baker with the solo shot to left, giving the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. But folks, that's all they wrote. The Phillies would get it going in that bottom of the 3rd inning. Turner would ground into a double play. It would score Marsh to tie things up at 1. Then Harper would knock in Cave to make it 2-1, and that was your score heading into the 4th. Where then the first of 3 home runs occurred. Stott a solo shot to right center, 3-1 Phillies. Then Harper in the 5th knocking in Turner. Then making it 4-1. In the 6th, Bohm hits a sac fly, knocking in Castellanos, 5-1. Turner then would knock in Schwarber in the 7th, 6-1. Castellanos would homer. That was the record breaker right there. In the 7th, making it 9-1. And then Marsh would cap it off with a 400-foot rocket in the 7th inning to make it 12-1 Phillies. Offensive standouts for the day. Let's circle right to the man of the hour. I mean, Bryce Harper, 3 for 4, 1 run, 2 hits, or 2 RBIs. He had 1 walk. Kyle Schwarber, I'm going to give him the credit where it's due. He was actually 1 for 2 on the night with a run scored, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Another no strikeout night for Kyle Schwarber, working the walks and that leadoff spot, raising that average to a healthy 188. I'm going to relay off Kyle tonight. There's no need to get on him. 2 for 4, Trey Turner, 2 for 4, 2 runs. With an RBI. Castellanos was 2 for 5 with 2 runs, 3 RBIs, and that home run. Bryson Stott, who does not get talked enough about, 2 for 4, 2 runs, 1 RBI, and a homer. I'm not going to say it. Of course, I'm not going to get into that trap of comparing Bryson Stott to Chase Utley. Not doing that, but definitely trending in that direction. But let's kind of give that some time. And Brandon Marsh was 2 for 4 with 2 runs, 3 RBIs. And he also had a home run for the Phillies. And it kind of just goes on and on like that throughout the lineup as the Phillies were just having their way with Dakota Hudson and the St. Louis Cardinals tonight. Zach Wheeler on the pitching front, 10 and 6 down against the win. 7 innings strong, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 10 strikeouts to give up the homer. Soto and Covey would come in and mop up role for the Phillies. Dakota Hudson for the Cardinals suffers the loss. He is now 5-1. He went 5.5, 6 hits, 5 runs. They were earned. He walked 5, struck out 1, and he gave up a home run. For the night, the Phillies pitching staff walked nobody. The Cardinals pitching staff walked 7. The Phillies struck out 11 Cardinals, and the Phillies struck out 3 times tonight. That is a recipe for winning, and that's what the Phillies need to continue to follow if they want to continue to be the powerhouse that they displayed tonight. And there you have 12-1, and that's really sums it up tonight. A dominating performance. Again, I think it's interesting. We keep it in context and keep it in perspective. This is the Cardinals, right? I got it. You have to win these games, but the Phillies got to turn around and put this type of effort in against a team like the Dodgers or the Braves, teams like that as they move forward through the schedule. Because it's the teams like the Cardinals and the Royals and the Nationals. Who, by the way, I don't know if anybody's been looking. The Nationals are only 7 games out of the wild card. I don't know what's going on there. They're surging. That's an interesting story, but they gotta win these games because these teams are eventually going to go away, and we're going to be faced with only the Dodgers, the Braves, teams like that. So the Phillies got to handle the business that they have in front of them, which they are doing this weekend, and continue to get better as they now 71 wins on the season. Obviously, keeping that wild card lead intact as they move forward. Let's take a look now around Major League Baseball on this Saturday evening. Some of the games that have happened, some of them have gone final, some of them have not. Let's talk about the ones that are not final yet. Out there in Pittsburgh, it is 10-6 Cubs in the bottom of the 9th. In Arizona, 4-1 Diamondbacks over the Reds. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Definitely playoff implications or wild card implications for the Phillies on both of those games. Games have now gone final 8-3 Blue Jays over the Guardians. The Braves, 7-3 winners over the Giants out there in San Francisco. So the Braves are not, or the Giants, I should say, are not helping us out at all. They lost last night to the Braves, and now they've lost today to the Braves. The Phillies are now 13.5 games out of first place. They have an opportunity, but it's been like that all season, hasn't it, folks? The Phillies catch fire a little bit, so do the Braves. The Phillies kind of burn out. The Braves stay hot. So getting no help from the Giants this weekend. Thank you very much, Gabe Kapler and company. The Mariners, 15-2 winners over the Royals. The Red Sox, 8-5 winners over the Dodgers. The Rays, 3-0 winners over the Yankees. Nationals, 3-2 over the Marlins. Astros, 9-2 over the Tigers. Orioles, 5-4 over the Rockies. And the Angels, 5-3 winners over the Mets. And White Sox, 6-2 over the A's. 5-3 Brewers over the Padres. And the Rangers over the Twins, 6-2. And there you have your busy night, busy Saturday night in MLB, as the Phillies not trying to make up some ground, but not getting help, from the San Francisco Giants. And again, I still am not giving up hope. I'm not giving up hope on the NL East. I really am not. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Not going to give up hope on it, man, because it's a lot of baseball left to play. 8 games head-to-head with the Braves left. We keep doing what we're doing. We keep beating the teams we're supposed to beat. Keep winning these series. It's going to set up. It will. Those 8 games will mean something. And then then all bets are off, and it's playoff baseball in mid-September, and I cannot wait for that. So let's keep the course straight and handle our business until we get to see the Braves again here in about 2 or 3 weeks. Let me pause for the cause here because we're going to do some commercial breaks. Right, we do commercials now on this network, man. We're getting high tech. So I'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
All right, guys, when you're staying local and you want to watch a great game or just hang out with some great people, make sure to go to Dolan's Bar at 24 East Sellers Avenue at Ridley Park. Right off of I-95, south of Philadelphia Airport, Dolan's Bar is the place to be. Great music, great times, memorabilia giveaways, great drinks, and even better food. You never know when a former Philly sports icon walks through the door. You've got to go to Dolan's, 24 East Sellers Ave at Ridley Park. Tell PJ that EOP sent you. Go to dolansbar.com or follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok. We'll see you there for the game. All right, guys, let's talk about Cherry Law Firm. If you get hurt at work in a motor vehicle accident, personal injury, or affected by criminal law, you got to call David R. Cherry of the Cherry Firm. Call 610 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your rights. Again, that number is 610-565-0300. That's 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David R. Cherry fight for your right.
All right, we're back here at the Phightins final here. I forgot to go into break with the EOP Sports Time. I won't forget that again. I'm sorry, but I will never forget that again. Let's take a look at the schedule. Or tomorrow, of course, Phillies going for that sweep. 1:35 start down there at Citizens Bank Park. Drew Rom will be opposed by Aaron Nola down there. 1:35 start time at the bank as the Phillies look to sweep the St. Louis Cardinals right on out of here as we wait for the California, I said it, the Los Angeles Angels, who will be coming in early next week. A look at the standings. Right now, currently, the Phillies are 14 games out of first place. Again, thank you for no help at all from the San Francisco Giants, 71 and 58. So actually, they're 13 and a half games out of first place. Currently in the NL East. Let's take a look now at the wild card picture in the National League. The Phillies are obviously that number one seed in the NL. 3 games now, a full 3 games over the Arizona Diamondbacks, who, and then behind them, it is the Chicago Cubs, and then the Cincinnati Reds, a game out of the pace, and the Giants now a game and a half off the pace. So if the season were to end today, the Phillies would be playing the Arizona Diamondbacks in the first round of the playoffs in the NL wild card round. So I'll take that. I would take that series right now. So, but again, 13 and a half games out. 8 games left to play head-to-head with the Braves. Not giving up hope. Not going to do it. But tonight, 12-1 dominating victory over the Cardinals down there in South Philly. The game never really seemed out of in doubt at all. I mean, the Phillies were just. It seemed like they were toying with the Cardinals. Another 3 home run night on the night for the Phillies. Again, 48 home runs now for the month of August. Very critical on this team about their power shortages all season long, and then they do what they do this month. Amazing. 48 home runs in 1 month, and we still got some games left. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 games left in this month. So 50 or more is definitely a possibility for this offense as they continue to get hot at the right time. Bryce Harper, who did not hit a home run tonight, just definitely showing the power is back in his swing, and that's a beautiful thing to see. It really, really, truly is. And then Bryson Stott, as I mentioned, the unsung hero on this team, doesn't get talked about, and enough doesn't get talked about. I guess people are kind of, maybe they got Scott Kinnerly PTSD. I don't know, but I kind of fall into that same boat, though. I don't necessarily want to jinx it by talking about it. I'm not going to compare him to Chase Utley. I'm not going to do that. But Bryson Stott definitely carving out a fixture for himself as definitely and I said this all along, he will be the second baseman for the next 10 years. But definitely making a name for himself as he continues to have an outstanding sophomore season. And then he took Brandon Marsh along with that as well. Those 2 young players have definitely been very impactful for this team this season as we move into the playoffs. And you can't ask for anything better than what you're getting. Again, tomorrow, Phillies looking for the sweep over the Cardinals as they will welcome in the Angels into the next week. And you really can't ask for anything more right now from this team. They're getting hot at the right time. Still some issues, obviously. Let's take a look at the old Matty B stat sheet. I'm not going to really kind of get into the critical issues, but for the month of August, Phillies are now 14-9, which is pretty good. As I mentioned, setting that record with the home runs. For the season now, the Phillies have hit 161 homers. It's amazing. Again, they've just really struggled. They struggled up to this month to get any kind of consistency going, but now they're up to 161, which is over a home run a game. Their pitching staff tonight, as I mentioned, striking out 11 Cardinals. Now for the season, 1,144 strikeouts for the Phillies. Pitching staff averages out to about 9 a game. They only struck out 3 times and only have struck out 7 times total in this series against the Cardinals, whereas the pitching staff has struck out 22 Cardinals. So 22-7 in the pitching strikeout marks for the Phillies this weekend. That's complete domination. 7 walks worked tonight by the Phillies, bringing their total up now to 409 on the season, a little over 3 a game. No walks given up by the last 2 games by the Phillies pitching staff, as they've given up 368 on the season, a little less than 3 for the game. And then my huge stat of the night, runners in scoring position, the Phillies were 5 for 9, now 289 for a 1,074 on the season, which works out to a batting average of 269. Folks, I've been saying it all year. If you're not batting 270 or above, then you got some issues when it comes to runners in scoring position. And this is the closest the Phillies have gotten to 270 or above in this category all season long. And I hope tomorrow we can push ourselves over that mark, get to that 270 mark, and then I can maybe leave this stat alone for a while. But right now, a healthy 269 batting average with runners in scoring position, almost at respectability for the year. So hopefully tomorrow is that day. 12 more runs tonight, 623 runs on the season so far for the Phillies, close to 5 a game. And you can't ask for anything more than what they've done to the Cardinals over the weekend, as they have just dominated. Just dominated. There's no other word to say to explain it but dominating. So let's go and pay some more bills. The Edge of Philly Sports time is 10:22.
All right, guys, if you're a Philly sports fan and you want to travel with your favorite team, then travel with the best. Go to phillysportstrips.com. They have self-travel packages and full travel packages available with round-trip flights from the Philadelphia airport. Packages include direct flights, 4-night stays, all-inclusive tailgate parties, lower-level group tickets. Whatever you want, you got it with phillysportstrips.com. If you want to travel to an upcoming Phillies game, make sure you check out Philly Sports Trips. And do not forget, Philly Sports Trips has all the away trips for the Eagles' upcoming 2023 season. Jump on it now, because you do not want to lose out on all these great opportunities. Go to phillysportstrips.com. All right, guys, it's time to talk about Sherry's Tickets. Sherry'sTickets.com is easy to use and has no hidden fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Pay less and play more with Sherry'sTickets.com. Save even more by using the exclusive promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. Do not pay hidden fees and save 10%. Why use any other ticket reseller and get those hard-to-come-by tickets to the big game? If you need a more personal touch, give them a call at 610-494-5050. That's 610-494-5050. Sherry'sTickets.com also has great theater and concert tickets that are hard to get your hands on. Remember, do not overpay and save with the best at Sherry'sTickets.com. Save 10% using the promo code EOP10. That's EOP10. You'll thank us later. Sherry'sTickets.com.
Okay, we're back. The final segment of the Phightins Final. Thanks for coming back. Again, 12-1. Victory tonight over the St. Louis Cardinals. Go for the sweep tomorrow. Aaron Nola gets the nod. We've got to see something from Nola tomorrow, right? We got to hopefully he works out some of those bugaboos. Keep the good vibes rolling. We will be back tomorrow afternoon upon the completion of that game. It'll be me again, bringing you the Phightins Final. So make sure you're back with us tomorrow afternoon at the end of the Phillies game, and hopefully we got a series sweep and we can get ready for the Angels in style. Until we talk again, let's go Phils, and Harry the K, you know what I need.
Hi-ho, he